Hey, coming to your senses with Dr. G. Nervous system and how it relates to living and risk taking. One of the ways I began thawing out my nervous system was to make shitty art and publish it. And the idea was that art felt really vulnerable to me, and I wanted to thaw out my nervous system. So I'm still doing that. The other way I'm thawing out my nervous system is beginning to go back to things that I got afraid to speak my mind about, like sensory development, supporting learning. I was a little early on this boat. My book, Sensorcizes, came out in 2004, and I was working at it with going to school at a university that is purely behaviorist and didn't believe in working with the nervous system, sensory system, or brain-based learning, because you can't see it, it can't be measured. And boy, I got silent for a while. So today, I just love her. Amy, the book's not here. The art book I mentioned earlier. She had a post on Instagram that was about, would you just remarket your old stuff? And I'm like, do it. 2004, it's not outdated. What's really fascinating about it is a lot of what I wrote about in both of my Sensorcizes books were retained reflexes and the foundation that goes underneath base learning skills. How do you hold a pencil? The production skill of writing or even speaking. And I'm excited to begin to offer that again. And I'm still driven to support anyone who's looking for a way to work with their own child in order to provide the best environment. And in the process of doing that, I've researched a lot of models that are out there and what they contain and what's school reform tends to be more building based and not so unschooling based. Steiner, Montessori, unschooling, those kind of are my jam, where I believe the kids learn the most. But I also recognize it takes a lot of courage as a parent to be able to do that when we've been so rule bound. So, still looking at the spectrum of ideas, still trying to figure out how to braid that all together. But publishing ugly art daily since December 4th has really loosened up my willingness to be vulnerable with ideas that I was shut down for, which is, of course, victim consciousness. However, it stopped me in my tracks. And so getting back on those hamster wheels, man, it's, well, even the fact I call it a hamster wheel is indicative of some of the, quote, trauma, whatever that word means to you, I'm having to unprogram, because I'm not interested in going nowhere. I'm interested in moving forward and supporting others who wish to do the same. So, happy Monday.